Welcome to today's webinar. The topic today is new features and in-depth insights in Dlubal API. My name is Andreas Hörold. I'm responsible for marketing and public relations in the company Dlubal Software. For instance, the German and English webinars, technical content of the website, custom projects, and so on. I will be the moderator today. My colleague, Robert Milrath, will be the presenter today. He's responsible for the development of the Dlubal API. My colleague, Florian Hittemann, will answer your questions. He's responsible for the development of RFEM and also for the Dlubal API. And he's responsible for the add-on optimization and costs. Okay. Then I say something how you can ask questions during the webinar. First, I switch off my webcam that you can see the full screen. Just press the button with the question mark, then enter your question in that field here. Then press send, and we will receive your question and we will answer you. The other way is to watch the entire webinar and then email questions to info@dlubal.com. Okay, that's for the moment all from my side. I hand over to Robert. Robert, you can start.
Oh, thank you, Andreas, for your opening statement. I'm very pleased to take over. First of all, I would like to welcome you all again to the webinar. And I think then we can start right now. I will show you the roadmap for the webinar here. We start with the news in the API documentation. Then we move to the information about the API on the extranet, about the key management. I don't want to go too deep into detail because it's just a small overview that I have an idea. And then we go to the previous webinars. I just want to point them out because there you get loads of information about, for example, key management, stuff like this. The other one is about the results, how you get results. So both are very interesting, have very good content. And even if some code snippets are outdated, the content is still very good. Yeah. Okay, and then of course we go to the model. We start with the structural analysis of this model here. You can see it on the right hand side. Then we walk through the settings of the steel design and then a little bit of the concrete design. Of course, we all do this with the API itself to make sure that you get an idea how it works. Okay, so first of all, I want to get rid of the PowerPoint, and then we can start. Okay, let's talk about the changes in the documentation. We had lots of questions about the core versus service requests, which requests are taken into account. Therefore, we added an info to each method of the documentation. For example, I will open here the get result table. This is a method of RFEM application, and here we have the method, and here you will see we have a method type added to each side so that you know this is a core or is it a service request. A core request is always taken into account. A service request is for free. For example, we have the get application info here. And as you can see, that's a method type of service. So this is for free, and the other one is taken into account. Okay, next, I just want to show you that we added some more informations for the different API clients, C# and Python. Here we have, for example, added in the description, depending on the Python client, or if you use the C# client, you will have different informations here, which makes it easier for you to use the API. At least we added some informations above the API methods. For example, the get results again. And if you walk down, you will find a list of examples where this method is used. So if here you have the theory, and then if you click one of these examples, you will come and find them how to use in code. So that's some new features here, or so, yeah, new structure, and I think that's very helpful. Okay. So this is for the documentation. Next is we will get an overview about the API in the extranet. Therefore, I will open the extranet. Of course, you have to be logged in, make sure, and then you will have here all the tabs, and one link goes to the API in cloud. If you click it, you have here some more topics, and of course we use the API too. And inside this we have some menu items, and these menu items shows you different content, of course. Here, for example, we have the API keys. You can see there, yeah, how many and stuff like this. API keys doesn't cost anything. It's just for you, maybe you want to have it per site or per user, or I don't know, per company. That just depends on you. Later on, you can filter for them, and whatever you want to do with the data, get the related or get the informations together. That's different keys are for. Then we have some informations about the API sessions, about my own, for example. We have company-wide sessions. We have an overview about the requests here. I think I don't want to walk through all of them. It takes a while, and also, it's already shown in the first webinar. So this is just that you get an overview where you can find these informations. Okay. If we have the overview of the API in the extranet now, or if you got some further questions, of course, you can get into contact with us, and then we can go into detail. But here, I think it's not necessary. Yes. Okay. Then again, I want to point out two webinars. This is they are both from Florian Hidemann, and one is about the results in RFEM 6 and RStab, how you get them, and the other one is the introduction to the new API. Here you get an overview, a detailed overview about the API keys and stuff like this. So that's the reason that I don't want to go too deep into detail, because everything is already shown here, even if the code snippets might be outdated, but that doesn't matter, because it's more the content which is important here. Okay. Last is the model itself. In order to demonstrate the new features and settings in the project, we will create and then edit the following model, as you can see on the image. And this image is here. So this is the RFEM 6. It's a tutorial. It's a step-by-step tutorial. And first of all, structural analysis. The next is the steel design, how to use the steel design add-on and do the settings here. And last is the concrete design. We need this to show you some things, but we don't want to go too deep into detail in the concrete design add-on here, because this might be in a webinar in the future. And it would take too long, so we can't get it all together today. Okay, so before we start with coding or with the model, I want to show you the news, not the news, give me a second, here we are. I want to show you new features and what we've implemented the last weeks. So we start here from the left. We just walk through the scripts, and I will show you how it works. Okay. First of all, we added a new method which is called get subscription info. If you call this, you get informations. I just run the script, then it's might be easier for you to understand. Okay, so that's the application info. That's just what application you are running, which version, and stuff like this. Yes, and here is the API request count. This is the result of get subscription info that shows you how many requests you've done in the last period and how much requests you are allowed to do. What's the limit here? So I'm a little bit over the limit here. Of course, we don't. If you're over the limit, we don't cut the line for you. We just may give you a telephone call and just ask you. Let's talk about the plan you already have. Here I have a subscription plan, and that's the free one. So I've got 1,000 requests per month for free. And you can also use this if you have some users. You can give them a warning that the number of requests exceeds the limit or stuff like this. So that's up to you, whatever you do with this. But keep in mind, if you're over the limit, you will get a phone call for us sometimes, and then we need to talk about the subscription plan. Okay. Next is the count requests workaround. You might want to know how many requests you have per session. I just want to say, because we had some questions about this, it doesn't work if you just say I start and at the end of the script I do another one, because it's it's a delay in between about 60-70 seconds. And also if someone else using your API or your subscription plan, there might be other requests also, and then it's not very it's not the way it should work. You can get it in the extranet I showed you before. Go on the sessions, and then inside the sessions you will have the number of requests. Okay, so this is not the best idea, but there were several questions, so that's the reason that I just want to show it. Next is close and create project. Here we have that's just how to start a new model, even if there is also already a model with the same name in it. That's quite helpful if you are developing. Then we just we have the list here. We can walk through the list, and if the name and GUID fits, then we will close the model and then create a new one and clean it up also. That's just how you can use it. Then we have some new feature here, save model without results. You could save the model in the past, but it was not possible to save it without results or the printout reports. Now you can see you have some new parameters here, so you can say save model with or without results, with or without a printout report. And you can also, of course, define a path where it should be. Where it should be saved. Okay. Next is number 5 here. Working with different ports. Sometimes it's it's necessary to have different or more than one instance of a RFEM app, or you may have RSECTION open and RFEM, and then you need to know which port is used from which application here. I just want to run the script. Maybe we get an error. Let's have a look. Yes, that's what I expected. And this is because here I just pass the parameter port 9001 to RSECTION, to RFEM, the German instance, it's already open. I have 9,002, and here I have 9,000. Yes, and if I have a look at the section itself, for example, I can go into the program settings, and here on the bottom we have the settings, and here you can see that's the used GPR server report, which is number 9002. So this can't work because, as I told you, that doesn't fit. So I will change this now to 9002, and believe me, the RFEM application German version is the one 9001, and now we run the script again, and then we should get everything as expected. Okay, here you can see we get the information about our section, RFEM German, RFEM English version. Okay, this is just that you can handle this. You can also give them a start port. Let's say I go to the RFEM here, to the program settings. We go down to the Dlubal API, and then you can see here, this is the used one. But if you want, you can also set an initial port, and then you can, for example, give it a higher number. Then you are, I think, sure that you always have used the right port for the right app. So that's up to you. Okay, why did I show you this? Because the next is it's usage of RSECTION and RFEM together. So what I'm doing here is I create a cross section in RSECTION, and then I want to use this cross section in my RFEM. Therefore, I create a model, and yes, it's just I just let the code run, that you can see what happens. And as you can see here, that's the RFEM. So we start with creating, there it is. So we've created our cross section here with a script. I can show you the script later on. And then in my, you can see it's still in usage here. Now I imported, I have to get this into the focus. Then I imported the cross section here and used that to create a member. We can double check if we go to the, go to the cross section first, and we find the created R section, and here you can see it's from R section. So we can use that link to go back if you want to. Okay. So okay. I will show you how it works. Therefore, I need my script again. And here we are. Give me a second. That's the main. Where are we? That's the create model. And here we have the R section model and structure. So we create this one, and then we save it to a specific place. In this case here, and if you have the information about this path, you can easily import this in our section, in RFEM, if you use that path here. Yes, so just create an R section, cross section, save it somewhere, and then do the import from, you need the file, of course, or the path, and then you can use it and do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Another thing I want to show you today is just a small thing, define member with a line. In most of our examples, we create we create it like this. We have, first of all, we have material section, and then we create the notes. And the notes, I have 4 here. And then we say, okay, I have a line, and the line the definition notes, I have to say, and then we create the member. Okay, but you can do this all together. You can create a member if you just say, okay, you just give the new number, then you define a line number. Of course, it's not allowed that it's an existing one. Must be a line must be new. Then you can say section start, node end, and then you can do this together in just one part here. Yes, so that's just a different kind of coding here. Yeah. Makes it, for me, it makes it a little bit shorter, and I like it. Yeah. Okay. Next point is the deactivate add-on design situation. We have since a while we have the possibility to activate and deactivate. I just want to show you this on the. I will close this one here. No, I don't want to save this. Okay. I just go to the design situation here, and in the design situation you have the possibility in the UI to activate or deactivate specific add-ons for specific design situations, right? So, and that was not possible in the past in the API, but now we have the possibility, and there's a new feature I want to show you. It's available since a few weeks. And all you have to do is you have to get the object of a design situation, and that in the design situation you can set it active for concrete design, or you can set it false or true. Here it's concrete, it's false, steel is true, and then you must just do the update of the design situation, and then it's done. Yeah, this is all. Very easy, very useful, and there was a missing feature, but now it's implemented, which is good. Okay, number 10 is print object. This is just for me. This is something I use loads of times. Of course, I have it in a different. I have it in a mapper or in a class. I just want to show you how I use it here. Whenever I need some information about an object, I just go and get the object, and then I print the object, and then I have all settings. And of course, this must exist. So you are not allowed. Of course, you can't get an object which does not exist. So make sure it exists, and then print it out, and you get all informations, which is very, very helpful if you don't know how to use something. How is the setting here? I just want to run this one. So we go for the concrete design ULS configuration. We run the script, and as you can see here, there are loads of informations, and they are very helpful, because here you get an idea where you can do some settings, or that makes sense. Yeah, of course, not all objects have that much information. As you know, for example, if you want to know something about a section, just get the object, and let's run script again, and then it's just a small, oops. I don't know exactly what happens now. Let me have a look. Our section is still there. Yes, it should work. I don't know exactly what's happened now, but print object. We just try it again. If not, we will see. I made some mistake here, some error, but don't mind. This is yeah, normally it should work. I don't know what's the problem here. I just want to have a look. Is it a general problem? No, this works. Okay, maybe there's no section. Okay, yeah. Okay, that doesn't exist, so that's the problem here. Okay, however, this is something I use all the time to get all the information I need, or informations I need, which helps me a lot to identify how to use everything here. Okay, then we are done with the news and the features, or the new features, and then we can go and walk a little bit further down. We step over the concrete design. I just want to go to the steel design straightforward. As I told you, the concrete design will follow up in another webinar, but we need to have it here for some things, but it's not. Yeah, it's not complete. Okay, let's talk about the steel design global add-on settings. Therefore, I just want to show you the script a little bit, because here it is always easier to show you this on an existing model, and not that I always have to create the whole model. So therefore, we just go through the structural analysis. This is the script which creates the whole model. I just want to show you. We just close this one. No, they don't want to save it. And then we just run the script, that you can see what's happened. Was the wrong script. Maybe it's better if I just close one of these. It's not. Okay, so now the script works. Okay, of course it's not with all error handling and stuff like this, because it's just to give you an overview. Okay, so what we've done, we created here our steel structure, the beams, the columns, the walls, and yes, how did we do this? We also have information here in the concrete design. I just want to show you the settings here. We have some settings here, and also in the steel design, we have some settings done. And of course, in the ultimate configurations, we have a default one here. And I just want to show you how this works, okay? How you get access to this data, and yeah, set the values here. Okay. I think we just start. Okay, we start with the global settings here. Of course, I just want to show you what we've done here so far. That's sorry, that's the concrete stuff. Yes, sorry, that was my fault. Okay. Okay, we start with the base data, of course. Here we are. Yes, the base data. Yeah, we set our location, country, street, etc. pp. And the important thing is that we can turn off and on the different add-ons here. So this is, but this is not, it's not something new. Unfortunately, the load wizard is not available yet, but it's under development, so it will be available soon. Then we set some standards here, of course, and then, yeah, we just walk through the combination wizard and stuff like this. But this is all standard, so I don't want to walk through all this, just to get an idea. The next is the set mesh settings. So here you can see I just get the mesh settings, and I just get the mesh settings as an object. Then I do some changes here and I send it back. This might be interesting for you. So you can see it right here. We have changed the message, the mesh settings. To the specific value here. Okay, I have prepared an example later on where we can play around a little bit. Okay, next is when we've done the mesh settings. Of course, we need to define the structure, but I think this is something you already know. Also the loading. We will just have a look here, and yeah, it's just I created loads of different lists here. This might be helpful sometimes if you keep them alive in your project, then you have an easy way to handle the material sections, thicknesses, and so on. You can, of course, add them all together in one big list, but that might make problems later on. I don't know. For me, it's easier. It's not that much work. And then, okay, we just walk through it here a little bit. It's just a nodal support, mesh refinement here. We have to do, that's of course at one corner here. You will find it. Let me have a look here. And so we can define this here. Of course, we have the line supports the members. Yes, of course, members, they have some eccentricity here. And this is, the reason that we see them here in the proper way above each other. Yes, so this is, you can find here. So I mean, you can have the code, or you get the code later on, so you can walk through it and have a look how it's done. Okay. Then we have some result sections. We have imperfection cases, member imperfection. I just walked through it. We have, of course, some thicknesses. That's nothing special. I think this is not so interesting for you, because I guess you already know this. We have the lines, of course, and members, so there's nothing special here anymore. So we can go to the next point. Okay, at the end, I just add the lists together, and then send them back. Okay. If we've done the structure, we can define the loading. This also nothing special. The load cases, of course, must be defined. We use the combination wizard. We have a design situation we create. We have standard static analysis settings, surface loads, of course, yes, and the member loads. That's it. Yeah. Then we have some. We define some reinforcement, but I will show you this later. First of all, we'll take care about the steel design. Okay. So we are done here. Let's have a look. Reinforcement will come later. Okay. Then we create everything, and then we do some concrete design settings, steel design settings, and steel design configuration settings. Okay, we start with the steel design here. I just want to show you how it works. I have something we can play with later. So this is just here for showing. The first thing is you need to get the design settings. Okay, yeah, you can get them as an object, and then it's always a good idea if you print them out, because if you print them, then you have an idea what's inside the object. And if you're not very if you're not used to use it, then it might help you to find the right settings or naming, because sometimes it's hard to find, and so it's makes it much easier. Okay, I show you this in an example. Okay, but what's happened is we want to do some settings in the design settings, and therefore we need to know how we get to the values. For example, here, as I said, style design, we are in the settings ourselves. And so we want to have here this ultimate and ULS and serviceability and fire resistant. Maybe change the values here. This can be done. We always need to create like a list of strings. So configuration is the first one, and then we go to the configuration ULS, and then with this together we create a list of strings. Okay, and with this list of strings we can just get the tree value. That's a protobuf. We take that. We must pass, of course, the design settings as a tree. We must tell them which tree we want to use, and then we need to use to pass the design path also. And yeah, then I just printed this out. Normally there is no need to use the get tree value. This is not necessary. So if you, for example, have created a proper mapper for this, I guess you will do, yeah. Then you don't need to use the get tree value all the time. This is just for me, or it's if you don't know exactly how the path could look like or should look like, then you can use the get tree value, and if you get a result with the value none, then your path is wrong. So then you need to have a look. And that's the reason that I use the get tree value here in this example. And then, I can do the check. We have the design settings, we have the path, and then we print this out. And then, yes, I don't validate it here. I know that it works. I set the right value I want to have, or the current value, and pass it in the set tree value back tree path value. And then we are done. Okay, so I just want to show that there are several options here. I don't want to play here because this is the main code, main script. Therefore, I have something else created. This is the style. Where are we? Here we are. The style design global add-on settings. And here we can play around a little bit because I don't have to create something. I just, as I said, I pass the port here to be sure that it's the right app I get back. And then I get my design settings. And then, okay, we talk about the chapter configuration. We want to change it here right now. And I have the configuration ULS, which is set to true in the moment. Let's double check that we can see it. There was the setting was, yeah, only the ultimate was activated. Okay, so we will do some changes here. We get the tree value, then we print it out, and then we set it with the new value here. Okay. We will keep this as it was before. We will use the configuration SLS in our example here. So I need, of course, to change the value. Oh. Okay, oh, it's not okay. I can write it down here. Okay, I'll make it true. Okay, or yeah, okay, we make it true. That's it. Okay, and we run the script again. So we get now the information. I will tell you about this here in a second. And now we changed the settings of the steel design. We activated the serviceability here, for example. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now I will explain how it works here. So as I told you, we need to figure out how this works here. Okay. So this is the list of strings I need to create. That's first of all, it's the configuration. Then we go to configuration ULS. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, the same here with configuration SLS. So this is done here. I just change the key 1. I keep the chapter alive here. There was chapter was configuration. Key 1 was configuration ULS, and here is the key configuration SLS, and therefore I just put that together and I get the different lists here. Okay, then I set my values, and well, that's the way it works. Okay, we can go and have a look a little bit. Yeah, here we have something more. Member slenderness, for example. We do some settings here, and this is a little bit yeah, tricky. And I don't want to let I don't want to let you get into trouble because yeah, as you can see, it's not that bad. Member slenderness compression, etc. For example, we can try to run the script here, and maybe oh no, we already did this. So we have 300 and 200, and we can use it. We can have a look here in the settings, and we should have it somewhere here. Yeah. Okay, and this is so it's to 250 and 210. Yes, and I will have a look. And we have 250 and 210 here somewhere. Okay, we can change this. For example, I don't know, 240 and 280. And we will set this back here. Now we can leave it as it is. Okay, and just want to show you that we have also access to that values here. So this is just an example how you can, or how you have access to this table values here. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but yeah, I would, yeah, in person, I would create a mapper once, and then it's easy. It has to be done first before you can use it in production way. But I think you are the developer, not me, so you know better how to do this than me. Okay, we will have a look to the next step. Yeah. Now we come to the steel design ULS configuration. Okay, this is the same per, yeah, at the end of the day, it's really the same. We just want to go up. So, but instead of the steel design global, we get the steel design ULS configuration in the same way as an object. Because of this, we know what object it is, and we can use the IntelliSense later on. And yeah, then of course I need to say which tree I want to use. The tree settings EC3 is always defined in my app. That's somewhere here. Let me have a look. We are now here. That's the first one. That's the settings EC3. Okay. How will you know this? Because there's it's not written there at all. Yes. There you need to have a user trick. Okay. Let's have a look at the general here. Okay. We want to have a look for the chapter general. And yeah, maybe this will help us. Oh, I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah. I just want to have a look for it. General. Okay. And if we don't get the general, we can use, give me a second, perform advanced plastic. Maybe we can have this one instead. Where is it here? Let me have a look. Did we not print it out maybe? Print still as config. I will run the script again. No clue. Maybe I didn't run the script before. Sorry, that was my fault. I think so. Yeah, here we are. That was just, of course, I have to run the script first because here's my print statement. And then I can use, here's also the general I was looking for. You can use the name of the user interface, which is very helpful here. And then you can see you are in the protobuf table and you see here that we have the rows. That's the settings EC3. That's because it's the parent node, yeah, the first level. So this is my tree name. And then the first key is general options. And then the next key, which is a little bit, you can see it's a child of the general option, is the perform stability analysis. And then we have on the same level another child, perform advanced plastic design. And so you have to walk through the value you are looking for. Yes, that's the point. So you have to take care and just have a look, okay, which key is it now? And then you will find the way to create or set the values. I will go a little bit further down. And this is how it looks like then. This is, I always print this here, as you can say, print design path, print design value. This is just for you, for the webinar here. And yeah, as you can see, so that's general options. Then we go into perform stability analysis, and that's the value. And so you can just walk through it and have a look. And then you get an idea how it works. I think you will have access to the code later on. So yeah, might help you to get your work done. Okay, so here we have different trees we are using. Yes, here we have the surface settings EC3, then we have standard parameters. And yeah, so you just have to have a look in the script, and then you play around a little bit and you get it work, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I just want to show you something. Yeah, that's just about the standard parameters. I don't want to let you run into trouble. We do have problems with the steel design OLS configuration with this tab in the moment. Yes, so we do have access. We can read it, but we can't write it in the moment. But this is a bug is reported and will be fixed soon. So if you play around a little bit, yeah, don't do it with the standard parameters unless the bug is fixed. Everything else is working fine. And I think this is just maybe this week or maybe the week later. I guess we have it fixed. Okay. So this is just that you know about this. Okay. So what else do we have? Let me have a look. Yeah, we have some style design parameters. This is about the member. Yes, now I know what we're talking about here. I will show you. We are in the member. And of course, we do have some member transfer stiffness here. I just opened this one, but you know what I'm talking about. This beam here is supported here and here with stiffness. And yes, how do we handle this, or how can we set this? It's not so easy. You have them here, and you have to define the stiffener. That's a flat one. The coordinate, the x coordinate. The position, multiple, and so on. You can write notes, and also you can do some settings here, and this can be done very easy. I can show you in my script. So first, we need to get the object again. Okay, we take number 3 here because it's an existing one. We append this to the surface number. No, not surface, to the beam number 4. Then we do just our settings. Yes, which one you have to use, just give it a try. Yeah, that's just that's a self-speaking enumerations here, but sometimes it's it's quite hard to get the right values. So give it a try, have a look, and then it will work. Yeah. Define the position, stuff like this, all the way down, do your settings, and then of course you can do an update. Yeah. Then we can take care about the steel effective length, for example. This is also something we have to take care. And it's the same here. We just get the object. It's always the same. Then what do we want to change? Do the settings here, and make an update. Yeah, on the effective length, there are. Give me a second. Just open this again. Here we have our stiffness genau, and that's it. What else can I show you? I think we are done. Let me have a look. No, we already made this one. The effective length I wanted to show you, right? Number 3, that was it. Yeah. And here you can see that's the one we added last. Standard members number 4. We did some settings here, and that's the way it goes. That's number 1, 2, and number 3. And we've been able to also add the points here. Therefore, it is, you must have a look at my code. The important setting here is the intermediate nodes. If you add this first and then do the settings, then they are automated or automatically added to your nodal supports here. Have a look at my code. I think this will work for you. Okay. I think we are done now. Time is, yeah, we are just good in time, but there's not loads of time left. Just a few things about the concrete design. Yes, I played a little bit around with it. I wanted to have it here because we do some settings for the design situation, the different one for concrete and for steel. So have a look, give it a try. This will be explained and with more detailed informations in a further webinar. We also have the ULS configuration. Here we have some examples how to check the values, the tree values. ULS configuration. Yeah, have a look. Here I have some examples how you can do them, get them together. But as I told you, that will be better prepared in a future webinar. One more thing is the beam reinforcement, I think. Yeah, but that's too much. It's not. It's yeah. I think we will do it in another webinar. We're just good in time. So I think then we are done now. And if there's nothing, let me have a look on my list. Is there anything what I've forgotten? No, I don't think so. So then I say thank you very much for your attention, and I would like to hand back to Andreas then. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Robert, for your nice presentation. I have an additional hint for you. You can book our online courses, for example, the RFEM 6 course for beginners, then the Eurocode 2 course for the concrete design with RFEM 6, the Eurocode 3 course for the steel design, Eurocode 5 course for the timber design, and the Eurocode 8 course for the earthquake design. For more information, just scan the QR codes or press that links here. Then if you don't have already our programs, just download the free trial version. It's valid for 90 days, and the main programs RFEM and RSTAP contain all the add-ons. And you can also download our Wind and RSECTION. Just join the Dlubal community. You can communicate there with our users or with us. You can ask questions. Then our geozone tool for the determination of snow, wind, and earthquake loads. Then the cross-section properties. There are a lot of 3D models to download on our website. And you can scan the QR code to explore all our free services or click at that link here. For more information, you can visit our website, dlubal.com. You can find events such as webinars and conferences there. You can find the recorded webinars, knowledge base articles. You can ask Mia, our AI assistant, all the time, 24/7, and she will answer you. Okay, that's also all from my side. I thank you for your attention. Thanks again to Robert for the presentation. Thanks to Florian for answering the questions. I wish you all a nice rest of the day. Bye-bye.